What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, as you read the title, I am going to be giving you 10 tips on how to retain length and how to grow your natural hair. My natural hair just pulled down to do a length check is pretty much waist length. For the first tip, definitely learn your hair. When it comes to learning your hair, you have to know what works for your hair and what doesn't, what your hair likes and what it doesn't. You can't be feeding your hair all these things that it doesn't like. Personally, for me, I know my hair doesn't really like glycerin. Treat your hair as like your baby. You have to listen and see and try to understand what it likes and what it doesn't like, because if you're feeding your hair things that it doesn't like, then you already in the wrong direction. Like, I have a very dry scalp and I know that. Let's say today is Tuesday. I could oil my scalp on Sunday and it'll be dry. For the second tip to retaining length or to growing your hair is stop protective styling. Don't have box braids for a month and a half and then wash your hair and the next day you go get like Senegalese twist. Don't put protective styles in your hair back to back to back. Your hair needs to breathe, for one. Let me go see who this is. And it is good to do protective styles, but you also have to take care of your hair and protect your hair when you're wearing a protective style. For these people that go and just straight wash their hair, don't deep condition, don't put a leave-in on their hair, they just be doing box braids on dry, blown out hair. Like, you're not protecting your hair when you do these protective styles. Moisturize and seal your hair before you do a protective style, and you also need to take care of your scalp. I say wait at least 7 days in between doing a protective style. Your scalp and your hair needs to breathe, especially if you're using connect-along hair or fake hair, because that can irritate the scalp. I personally at least would go 2 weeks. I'm the type of gal that does not get her hair done often at all. I always do my own hair. During high school, ma'am, I put you up here not so that you can... Okay, lay down. My dog is in my lap. But during high school, I only got my hair done for back to school for freshman and sophomore year. I did not get my hair done for junior or senior year. Back to school for freshman year, I had box braids. And then during December to January of freshman year, I got a sew-in. And then I had my hair done in box braids again for back to school for sophomore year. Those were the only 3 times I got my hair done during high school, and those 3 times were the only time that I actually like got my hair done, besides younger when I got it straightened and when I used to get braids like with my real hair when I was younger. Tip number 3 is to properly moisturize your scalp. People say that grease works for their hair, and personally I would not knock it until I try it. I want to go through and try putting grease on my hair because my scalp is very dry. If I put oil and then put grease on top of my hair, just on my scalp, I think it would do my hair some justice. I just had not tried experimenting that, but personally I do not use grease because it has mineral oil or petroleum in them. You have to take care of your scalp. Please oil your scalp. Your hair grows from your scalp. Your hair does not grow from your hair shaft, so you have to take care of the roots just like a plant. You have to take care of the roots and the seed before you try to take care of the leaves or the stem or the flower. What you digest and what you eat definitely can impact your hair growth. Eat things that have omega-3s in them, omega-369, chia seeds, salmon, chicken, beans, eggs. Try to eat some protein. Drink a lot of water. People are probably tired of hearing this, but you definitely do need to drink a lot of water. To try to figure out how much water you should drink, instead of just saying you need to drink 8 cups of water a day, take your weight in pounds and divide that by 2, and that's how many ounces of water you should be drinking a day. So my 4th tip to growing long natural hair is to deep condition. People are probably tired of hearing this too, but you do need to deep condition. You do need to replenish the moisture and protein in your hair. This goes back to listening to what your hair needs and what your hair likes. You can deep condition to provide moisture, or you can deep condition to provide protein. If you don't really know, I would say go back and forth between the two so you can get a healthy balance, because you don't want protein overload and you definitely do not want moisture overload. Both of those are very bad for your hair. If you have protein overload, your hair can be really hard, crunchy, brittle. It may seem like that no amounts of water or moisturizer can replenish the moisture in your hair. When it comes to moisture overload, your hair may just feel very, very, very soft. You may do a wash and go and put gel on your hair and it doesn't stay, like it's like you didn't even put gel on it. Your hair can break easily. It's too elastic. Your hair can feel mushy. It might not dry. It may take forever to dry. And deep conditioning your hair can legit change your hair's life. For the 5th tip, definitely give your hair time. The average amount of hair growth, for like I said, for the average person is an 1/8 to 1/2 inch of growth a month. That may not be a lot depending on how fast your hair grows. Personally, my hair grows pretty fast. I never really check my hair every week or check my hair every month. I just like every couple months I like look at a picture from my hair and be like, oh, my hair grew. My hair grows like a weed. You definitely need to give your hair time. Don't check your hair every day. Don't pull your hair down to see where it stops every day, every week. If you keep looking at it, you're definitely not gonna see the growth. And that may be why some people get protective styles all the time, because they're not looking at their hair. So when they finally take a break by getting a protective style, and when they take it out and check their hair, they can tell that their hair grew. Tip number 6, that's 7. Tip number 6, develop a wash day routine. Once you figure out what works after you listen to your hair to see what it needs, try to develop a consistent wash day routine. You need a shampoo, a conditioner, a deep conditioner, a leave-in, a styling cream, and then a gel and an oil. The only reason why I say use a conditioner and a deep conditioner is because personally I use a cheap silicone, all that free conditioner so that I can detangle my hair with a wide tooth comb, and then I use a more expensive deep conditioner to really put that moisture in my hair, because the conditioner is not to provide moisture. It's a bonus if it does provide moisture, but that is not the main point of me using a conditioner. It is to detangle my hair. The oil can be used as a sealant, whether if you use the LCO or LOC method, and you can also use that oil on your scalp. Personally, I suggest coconut oil, olive oil, sweet almond oil, avocado oil, or jojoba oil. Jojoba oil is the closest to the hair's natural sebum, so if you do want to try any oil and you don't really like coconut oil or olive oil, my 3rd suggestion would be jojoba oil. Anyway, so I think I'm on tip number 7. Is this number 7? Don't be afraid to trim your hair. If you have some damaged ends, or you know you have split ends, don't be afraid to cut off an inch or 2 or 3. If your hair needs it, then cut it off. Some people say you need to trim your ends every 6 to 8 weeks, or every 3 to 4 weeks, or every 2 months, or whatever. You do not need to create a consistent trim routine, because the more you cut your hair, you're not gonna see any length because you keep cutting off that new growth. If you see little pieces of hair like that, you can tell they're kind of breaking off. If they're not whole pieces of hair, then they're definitely breakage. Sorry y'all, I had to move over a little bit because the lighting was starting to get weird. It's not just, you know, fallout or shedding, natural shedding. That is breakage, and most of the time when you have breakage, it's breaking where the split ends are at the ends of your hair. If you realize you need a mini cut, get that mini cut. Don't sit here and just keep it because, oh, my hair is longer, my hair is getting longer, I don't want to cut it. No, go ahead and cut it. I think this is tip number 8 or 9, is to not get frustrated when you don't see the growth in your hair, because honestly, hair growth can be heavily relied on genes. I feel like that's why my hair grows so fast, is because I feel like somewhere, whether if it's a maternal gene or a paternal gene, I feel like I have some gene that's just making my hair grow fast. If I show you a picture of my hair growth from last year around this time to now, yeah, a lot of people tell me don't cut your hair so long and pretty, but I feel like people who tell me that, especially family members, they're not used to people taking care of their hair, or they're not used to people having fast-paced hair growth. As you can see here, this is just with my hair in a ponytail, and it's pretty much like mid-back, and this ponytail is just like a regular ponytail in the back of my head. It's not a low pony, it's not a high pony. Don't get frustrated because it can be heavily relied on genetics, and you really just need to give your hair some time. Tip number 9, 8, 10, whatever tip number this is, be careful with how you're detangling your hair and how you're handling your hair when you're styling it, and how you sleep with your hair. You need to sleep with a silk or satin bonnet, scarf, or pillowcase. And you definitely should not be using a fine tooth comb on your hair. When you're detangling your hair, you should definitely try to use a Denman brush, preferably a wide tooth comb. You should not be using any type of fine tooth comb or closely packed teeth for a comb. Try to be gentle on your hair when you're styling. Instead of changing hairstyles every single day, try to put your hair in a style and tie it up at night so you can wear that style for a couple days before you switch it up again. You can do protective styles with your own hair, such as mini twists or mini braids or flat twists into a bun. I feel like that's 10 tips, and if it's not, I will just put them on the screen right here. And that being said, I'ma head out. Thank y'all for watching this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because that helps me out so much and lets me know that you like this video and that you want to see more from me or things like this. Be safe, be blessed, be humble. It's a cruel, cold world out there. Continue to be positive, wear your mask, stay safe, and keep counting your blessings. I'm Alonya, and Autobots roll out. Peace. That was fun.